Good evening and welcome to the show. Tonight we're going to be working on one side, on his right side, so his head's going to be facing this way. We're just going to be doing the front paws, the back paws, and just a little bit underneath. Why? Up you get. That's my boy. Good lad. I'll be a bit more careful about moving this back. I've changed the room about a little bit so that I give myself a little bit more room and I can start bringing this behind me again. So I'll talk about the topic about Brexit in a minute or two. I'll just let somebody's there already. Hello there. Who have we got? Who's joined us? Hello Steve. Oh, there's somebody else as well. Hi Nicola, how are you? So, you start off with the, like I said, I'm going to be working on the right hand side, and as I'm doing it I'll talk as well, but I'm getting really fed up with all this Brexit thing, because I always, as you know, I buy Oberon's food from Mazda, and what I usually do is I buy 800 grams of beef, 1000 grams of lamb, and 500 grams of diced chicken breast, and I ordered it all. Then I got an email from Asda saying they've run out of beef and they've run out of lamb, and I placed the order like 2 days ago. Well, actually I did it last night, yesterday morning, or Thursday morning. So it ended up, the only things I was able to get from them was, because I like giving them steak now, I got them 2 sirloin steak, which for £5, I can't remember the exact weight of them. So I'll be making them up from, but I had to buy him for the first time in about 2 years. 2 years, yeah, 2 years. I've had to buy him tinned food, and I don't like tinned food because I gave him a tin today and he's farting like a demon. So he doesn't like the doggy food, but the thing is I can't afford to go to like Tesco's, Metro or the Co-op, because they're expensive, like they're twice the expense of like Asda. So I thought that was the end of it, and I also put in a prescription because my sister said to me, make sure you got your prescription and stuff. And I thought it'd be no problem. So I go over today to get my medication, and they didn't have free items, and they were the most important items of all. There was the tramadol, which is the painkillers that I use, which for my arthritis, also for my heart, the arrhythmia. Hydroxine, which is an antidepressant, and it also helps me sleep at night. And hydroxine, yeah, is also another antidepressant. Metazapine. All these drugs they didn't have in the store. And I said to them, I need this medication. I haven't had it for a couple of days. That's why I didn't do a show last night. I was in too much pain. So ended up the emergency, the actual medication for me. But this is what this Brexit's doing, and again they've actually put the date off. I mean, I'm one for I've always felt there shouldn't be any borders. People should be able to come and go as they please. I'm not into this Rule Britannia stuff. I might have done my time in the army, but I realise that Brexit is hurting. It is hurting people. The sheer fact that basic food was impossible to get, like say the ground beef for Obi. And what it is I think is people are starting to panic by, because it's coming up the 31st, but now they've put it back off to another date, which they haven't said whatever. So I'm expecting a lot of people are deliberately stocking up because they think something really bad's going to happen. And also another thing, it was off the thing is I always buy self-raising flour plus bread flour, which I make my own bread. I don't buy shop bread so I can cut out the sugar. They had no flour either. So I ended up, I had to do, today I went to the co-op, and the co-op had flour and stuff in, so I got all that in, but I bought an extra bag. See, I was starting to buy into the panic. And I think whatever they're going to do with this Brexit, they have to deal with it, because with say the scaremongering from the likes of the media, from what MPs are saying, and the division, it's causing a hell of a division in the country. And now people are starting to panic buy. So I would suggest, if you get your food in quickly, not because I'm buying into the whole thing, but I'm thinking it's starting, it's actually starting. Things are starting to go off the shelves. And it was the same thing with the pharmacy. She says, we just had a huge influx of prescriptions. So people are going to the doctors and they're getting their prescriptions, but the chemists can't keep up with the demand, and the actual shop, the chemist just shut about an hour and a half ago. It usually shuts at 5. It was actually open till 7. So this isn't good. It's not fair. It isn't fair that the British public are being treated like that, because it's all to do with the scaremongering from the media. The media are shit. British media is absolute shit. I can't stand them. Stand up, baby. Right, let's get started on this, eh? Let's get started. If I can get this off. Always one thing or another, isn't it? That's his bells up there. I mean, it's a good thing to hang things on this, but as you can see, they do get a little bit tangled up. Yeah, I did that side the other day there. Just had to make sure I was doing the right side. But yeah, so it's going to be a horrible Halloween if this keeps going on. And like I says, I'm not for scaring the British public. I don't want to be like our horrible media who are just hyping it up, and it's making people do that. And also what I noticed is some of the other products, I thought, alright, I'll try and replace it with other things. All the prices have gone up. Packets of crisps, you used to get a bag of 6-pack crisps for a £1. Now they want £1.50. But if you buy 3 bags, they'll give you for £3.50. Whereas the week before, it was only a pound for a 6-pack. So you can see these people are rolling in it. Dirty cash registers. Right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just cutting a little bit off at a time. I'm not overdoing it. I'm using the comb as a guide. No, keep your noggin that way, mate. So other than that, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's nearly the end of the week. I've got my food shopping's coming in about an hour's time, but sometimes they get here really early, which I hope they do, because it would be nice to get them, because again we've gotten wet again going out, because it is the weather is still really wet, and I was hoping it would be nice for like say the payday yesterday, but it wasn't because I wanted to take over to the Sussex Downs now, one of the nice big parks. So I'm just trimming down the mane here, just a little bit at a time. He always wants to keep his head in the way, and I don't know why. Just cutting a little bit off at a time, not doing it too much, not taking too much off. You can't sit down just yet, mister. Yeah. So that, yeah, I mean, with the shopping and stuff, that's made me realise how serious this whole thing is. And it's going to get worse. It really is going to get worse because of the way it's being handled by absolute idiots. Our government are idiots. I don't even know. I mean, they're supposed to be servants to the people, but it always seems like they're servicing themselves. I don't trust any of them. Never have. Eh? We don't trust any of them, do we, Bobby? We don't trust any of them. So tomorrow for the weekend I'll be doing his face, and then on the Sunday I will do his chest. And then maybe next week start on the actual fashioning the paws, because it's getting a little bit long at the front. They could do with a trim. I don't want to overdo too much for the cutting. Eh? Oh yeah. Thank you. Do love my kisses. Well, I'm only going to do a little bit at a time. I'm not going to overdo it. But you can do with a nice little foot brush. And he can have his pyjamas on tonight. Eh? I'll give you some pyjamas tonight. I've given them a good wash. I won't wear them for about a week, then I thought, oh, I better put them in for a wash. It's alright, it's nice and loose anyway. Bring your head up. There we go. There we go. Let's get in with the brush. Eh? Let's get in with the brush. Oh, shiggly shooks. Shiggly shooks. That's just one of the best parts about the grooming is the brushing. I love brushing Obi. Especially when his hair's in nice condition. But what I'm going to do tomorrow, when I do his face, I'm going to be using his little puppy soap thing. And then put the hairdryer on it just to fluff it up a little bit, because we've been wet so many times this week. and I hate getting wet. And I hope Nicola's getting over a flu jab. That's the thing about the flu jabs, is you always get a bit of a flu, and sometimes it can turn into something really horrible. Can't trust anything these people give us these days. Yeah, that's a good brush, isn't it? Is that a good brush? Big boy. Nice and quiet tonight, isn't he? Not jumping about like the little lunatic he is. This is the best brush for the tail because it doesn't do anything, doesn't scratch. Nice and lazy. Just let the hair fall down, because when it falls down it just makes it a little bit better. That's a mat there as well. It's nice where first time I found the mat in his tail, and he knows I found it, so he's being a little bit, I don't want anything done to it, but you do. How I do it is I get it, the actual hair, is isolate the mat itself. It's really easy to do on the tail. I don't particularly like using this actually on the tail, but if you can get the mats to sort of like sit away from the actual tail base, and go ahead and do it, because it's the quickest way you're going to get a mat out. There we go, that's it. That was easy, wasn't it, Obi? Eh? That nice and easy. And also this brush is really good for getting mats in the tails as well, and again it doesn't scratch, it's not the rounded these pinheads, but they can scratch because it's metal, so that's something you always got to sort of like watch out for. There we go, there we go. That means still doing quite nicely, but I think probably Sunday we'll start sort of like giving a little bit of a trim, sort of shape it a little bit. Eh, mister? Because what you're looking for is the mane that just curls up at the back here, right along. I mean, I can see where it's a bit uneven, but I'm not going to push my luck with him, because he's run out of treats, and the treats come when the shopping comes. And then he'll be all a big happy boy again. And I'll give him a bit of sirloin steak tomorrow as a sort of little treat. And also when I'm doing the face tomorrow, I'll be also doing the ears. I'll be maybe trimming the ears underneath the ears back a little bit, and use some of the cornstarch to get any of the waxy mats out. Actually, I haven't checked your ears, have I? but that's not too bad. There we go. There we go. Yeah, big fluffy face, eh? Big fluffy face. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We will be back tomorrow and Sunday. And if you get any problems with the Brexit as well, if you have noticed anything about it, let me know in the comments below. So maybe I'll probably come back to this topic again, because I think it's going to get worse. Our parliamentarians are absolute idiots. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hello Sarah. Wave. Hello Sue. Hello Melanie. Hi Debbie. Back from your holiday. Did you have a great time? Let us know in the comments below, Debbie. I hope it was warm for you. Hello Wendy. And Nicola. Good. Hi Steve. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As to say, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, God bless and take care. Oh, I didn't notice he's got his two little portraits up there, the Christmas one just above it. I'll see if I can get that actually in the frame for tomorrow, because I like the angle that I've got at the moment. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.